Hi, this is David Andersson from the Night Orchestra and Soilwork, and you're listening to Rhino Radio.
So today I have the honor of digitally speaking to David of Night Flight Orchestra. How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Very good, very good. It's very chilly, and I believe you're already after dinner, so we're ready for a lovely chat.
Yes.
Great. So let's get the business side out of the way. We have a new album with Night Flight Orchestra. It's called Aromantic, and it's going to be out February 28th, which is fast approaching. So I want to ask firstly, between the name of the album and the latest single called Transmissions, do you still believe that romance is alive in the digital age?
Oh, well, yes, I do think so. I think it's one of the basic emotions or instincts in any sentient creature. So I think it will never really die or go away. Whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know, but I think it's very much alive.
So I believe you're in a strong relationship, so I'm not sure that you've experienced all that Tinder and all those poking and swiping.
No.
Do you miss the old days of romance? Was it more simple, more direct, more good, more bad?
Like you said, I haven't really experienced that
Through a friend
aspect, but I don't know. I guess evolution is kind of inevitable, just like the music business is changing. Like our relationships are changing, like everything is changing. I don't think it's very easy as you grow older to become better and say that everything was better before, but at the same time, in many ways, it wasn't. If you look at the whole Me Too movement, and there's a whole new there's a whole new awareness these days, which I guess is good. But at the same time, it's always easy to get nostalgic and sentimental.
So always looking for the silver lining.
Yeah.
And as we got more and more information about the album coming out, it was described as a street opera based upon shattered dreams and the fact that we are all something much less than the person we were supposed to be. That sounds very dark. Where's the silver lining?
Yeah. It's in the music. The music is supposed to be the escape from all that gritty reality.
So is that the reality that we're always less than what we were supposed to be? Or is it about chasing dreams, broken dreams? What do I need to understand from that?
I guess both. Have you seen the cabin pressure drops video for the air hostess?
I believe so. Yeah. Refresh my memory, please.
No, but it's more about... Of course, it's a bit tongue-in-cheek, but people need a bit of escape from reality, and it's also, you need to keep that romantic part of you alive in some way, and I hope that our music will transport people to a place where the impossible might seem possible.
Okay, I guess we'll have...
So to be honest, I'm not 25 anymore. I'm a wee bit older than 25. But when I was young, music was like my great escape. Like when you wanted to go somewhere else, you put on a record and sort of like disappeared into another world. And that's what we're trying to create, that parallel dimension with our music as well. Even if music as a medium is not as powerful as it once was, we still believe in its power.
So it's kind of answering my next question, but I would like for you to kind of dive deeper into that. Over the last couple of years, we obviously started talking more about mental health. We are aware that being in a band is not just about smashing guitars and having fun on stage. How do you deal with those dark moments that alone, either criticism or collisions, challenges, what helps you stay safe and focused when things are not just about ice cream and sunshines?
I guess nothing really. I mean, being in a band, especially in a touring band, is a very strange way of living, and it's not for everyone. I think everyone who's in a band, like in a touring band, we all have issues, and we all have our own ways of dealing with them, and some people just can't take it and they just quit. Personally, my the reason I'm doing it is because it's still worth it in the end. Because it's still, I mean, I love writing songs. I love the feeling of hearing a song you wrote becoming something extraordinary, and also getting that like confirmation and like being on stage and having sometimes thousands of people watching you and really appreciating what you do. It's like a drug. You can once you've had a taste of it, it's really hard to stop doing it. But at the same time, of course, there's a lot of anxiety involved. Not the actual, I mean, writing music, recording music, playing music, it's all fun, but then you have all the other stuff that, I mean, like for me, I have kids. When you're on tour, I wake up every morning with anxiety because I'm away from my kids, and it's something you have to just deal with, and it can be really hard sometimes. And I guess if you talk, I guess you've interviewed lots of musicians about this issue, and I guess we all have our own, like, there's a lot of anxiety being in a band, but at the same time, it's like, if it's something you dreamt about your whole life and you get a chance to do it, it's really hard to say no, even if life would have been much easier just having a regular job and staying at home. So it's like a balancing act.
So I will understand that it is worth it because not only you have Night Flight Orchestra, and it kind of even started as a side project to Soilwork. So having two bands now, and what I believe became even larger this year is Night Flight Orchestra. I think is going on its biggest tour to date. So is it becoming more of a proper project, not just a side project?
Well, it was never just a project. It was always a real band. But when we started out, we never expected it to go anywhere like commercially. We just we started the band because we just loved classic rock, and we just wanted to have a band where we can do just whatever we wanted to, and we never really expected any commercial success. But then, like after our second record, we got offered a deal by Nuclear Blast, and things sort of took off, and we became a touring band, and we had, I mean, I guess we do have a few people who appreciates what we do these days, and it's really flattering and really amazing, and but it's nothing that we ever expected. So but to answer your question, it was always a band. I mean, even if we never had any success whatsoever, I think we'll still be doing it just for the fun of it. We always look upon Night Flight Orchestra as our vacation band. Like, it still doesn't feel like work. It still feels like having fun. I mean, we can just relax and just do whatever we want to do, and no one really. It's not like we have to step into a role or be something we are not. We can just be ourselves and create whatever kind of music we want to create, and that's really liberating. It's kind of unique in a way as well. I guess most bands have people are expecting things from you when you're in a band, and like you're often stuck in a specific genre. Whereas with this band, we're pretty much free to do whatever we want to do, and that's I think we're in a unique position, and I think there's no one else out there doing what we do.
So commenting about that freedom to do whatever you want, along with the success, there's a rumor online that I want you to either confront or accept. There's a rumor that says that Night Flight Orchestra is actually going to evolve into an airline. Is that correct?
Oh, yes. We have Richard Branson on board. I wish it was correct. Okay.
Okay. Maybe there's a chance of in-flight show.
Oh yes. I mean, if you want to invest, you're welcome. Just get in touch, and we'll happily be the figureheads of your airline.
Okay, I'll definitely replace you playing in one of my next flights with any crying baby. I will definitely just get away from that and invest in you playing. Yeah. There's another rumor that I found, probably with your love for the 80s. Is David Hasselhoff going to be inside the record as well?
Oh, I wish it was true.
Not happening. Okay. Before we say goodbye, I just want to mention that you are going to play in London on March 6th. And yes. If I'm mistaken, you're also coming back to headline the Thursday night at Bloodstock.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything else we need to know about the album or the upcoming days and features of the band before we say goodbye?
I mean, I could blab about the new record for hours and hours. But I mean, I think if you're a music fan, if you like good songs, if you like surprise elements, please listen to our new album. Come to our show, and I think you won't be disappointed.
Well, I'll be there, and I'll probably bug you with some more questions at Bloodstock, and I cannot wait for the album to be released February 28th. But before we actually say goodbye, with your fondness of the 80s and films, Top Gun is getting its own reboot. Are you scared or are you excited about that?
Oh, I hate reboots.
So leave him in the past.
Yeah. I mean, there's something about the aesthetics of 80s movies that's kind of like unique. I'm actually old enough. Top Gun was one of the first movies I went to the cinema to watch with friends when I was about like 10 or something, and there's a magic in that grainy cinematic thing that you can't really recapture. So I guess a lot of people look upon us as a sort of a retro band, whereas I think that what we're trying to do is like taking familiar elements and combining them in new and different ways. So you kind of like you recognize stuff, but it's like it's not in a familiar context. It's sort of like because you can't really reinvent the wheel, but you can still like put wheels on a new sort of vehicle and do something new with it. So I don't like reboots. I'd rather see someone trying to capture the essence and spirit of Top Gun rather than just doing the same movie again without the magic.
Oh, I cannot wait to see a video of you reacting to the video and just slaying it. But it's going to be there, so be warned. David, is anything else you want to add to fans and listeners out there?
I mean, how long do we have?
30 seconds.
No, I'll just stop now. But thank you so much for listening, and I hope you enjoy the new album. And I hope to see you at one or perhaps more of our shows in the not so distant future.
David of Night Flight Orchestra and Soilwork, thank you very much for sharing and taking your time.
Thank you.